Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's C4 Sages back again with another reaction video. We're getting really close to the release of Armored Core 6. Obviously, it's coming out later this summer in August, and a lot of people higher up in the gaming world, in the gaming industry, content creators alike, were able to get some footage of Armored Core 6 gameplay, one of them being Vadi himself, the dude kind of known for basically anything from Soft. He was able to get some footage of the game. There is a part of the video where he was super kind enough to let other content creators sort of react to the footage with no commentary, which is basically what I'm going to be watching. I was trying to watch the video here and there. I didn't want to spoil myself too much. I will say that I've seen some of it, and I gotta say it's already looking really impressive, and I'm really liking all the things that I'm hearing about the game. And I wanted to sort of react to it in real time, just to see what it's like, just to see without a bunch of cuts and a bunch of commentary and stuff like that. I just want to kind of observe it with my own eyes, and not clouded by someone else's lovely voice like Body's. And if you've been enjoying these videos and enjoying all my content lately, thank you so much for all the love and support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We're almost at 800 subscribers, and I'm trying to reach my goal before the end of this year to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and let me know if you're excited about Armored Core 6 in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get to the video. Let's check this thing out. All right, so for first impressions, the level and world design of this game is impressive. I don't think I've seen anything like this from any of the previous Armored Core games. And traversal looks fun as hell. Now, obviously, one thing we don't see in this gameplay is the HUD, right? What we actually see from like a traditional, like, you know, Armored Core game. We don't see much of that right now, but I'm sure we'll get to see a little bit later. And in this specific video, Vadi talks about, he actually sort of creates sort of like what the HUD looks like, and he goes in depth about it. So definitely check that out. But can I just say that the mechs look freaking sick? Here's what a little bit of the combat looks like. It's so snappy. Cool. Yeah. God, dude, the mech looks... I love how the mechs look in this game. Yeah, this looks very Armored Core. But what's interesting about the combat is that it sort of has like this lock-on system that's very akin to the Souls games. And oh, this is actually better quality right here. What I was hearing from Vadi is that this game in particular has some elements of a lot of other games that FromSoft has put together, but like it seems like this game is gonna cater to pretty much all right, y'all have been playing a lot of our Souls games recently, even games like Sekiro, which it's kind of like a Souls game, but it's a little bit, it's kind of a hybrid too. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is gonna be one of the more hybrid Souls-like games, but it's not a Souls-like for the record, but I think it's gonna, like we talked about in my previous video where I was talking about, is it gonna be a Souls-like Armored Core game? And I'm thinking, just from impressions, that this game is very much gonna be that. And I think we're gonna see it at some point when we get to the final boss. God, dude, this game looks insane, man. I can't wait to see what this game looks like. Like in super high definition, like 4K footage. So this is some of the customizables, and you know, this is core Armored Core, if you will, right? You have all of your frame, your inner, your units, your expansions. You can obviously make your mech look different. Damn, this mech looks super cool. So this looks like some sort of mini boss. God damn. The music sounds fantastic, man. Yeah, so you're kind of like dodging around, Damn, that looked like a stagger of some kind. So it seems like they're staggering in this game? God damn. That guy got bodied. That mech, rather. Alright, it seems like we're getting close to the boss fight. And this is where I think we're gonna see some elements of a Souls-like. Where you're dodging a lot, right? You're trying to get away from the boss. You're trying to get away from these big, you know, beefy attacks. The boss looks freaking sick, dude. It's like some sort of volcanic mech. Man. And YouTube, unfortunately, has not been able to get rid of this stuff, so we're missing a lot of what we're seeing here. Look how sick that looks, dude. But yeah, dude, as someone who really hasn't spent really any time with the previous Armored Core games, just kind of seeing them here and there, now being super interested in them, this looks really interesting. And it very much is making me feel more excited about it. Because, obviously, I love the Souls games. I love From Software as a company, as a game development company itself. They've been, all of their games have been so good. They've been all of them have been stellar. Obviously, Bloodborne is one of my favorite games of all time. And, I mean, this looks great, man. The mech looks good. The environments look super sick, so industrialized. There's your mech scanning. You probably locked on at some point. You can use some of your missiles. Yeah, man, just moving around looks so goddamn sick, dude. As you see all of these, like, rockets and all of these missiles, just, like, you're whiffing all of them. It's so sick. Yeah, and the combat system looks super interesting. Sorry, the combat system looks interesting, but I would say the assembly looks really interesting as well. And I think people who are big fans of the Armored Core games are very much gonna like this, right? I heard Vadi say in the video previously that it seems a little bit less expansive, not that much less, just there are some things that aren't here that were in the previous Armored Core games. Just like a couple of different things, but most of, I would say, the important pieces of putting your mech together are still here. But this is what I love, right? Like, I love that there's customization. I love that you can kind of build your mech how you want. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. And I think that's been pretty synonymous in basically every FromSoft game, is that there's different things that you can put on your character to make them a little bit different. Not everyone's character is kind of gonna be the same. Granted, there are, I'm sure, like, meta builds and builds that are good for PvE. I'm curious if there's going to be PvP in this game. I believe that there's likely going to be PvP in this game. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Modders will find a way to make it happen if it comes out on PC. But yeah, dude, this looks so sick. And then obviously you can kind of change the colors depending on what you get. And stuff like that. You can even change the name of your Armored Core, your AC. Yeah, and this mech looks way more, it looks faster, right? Looks way faster than the previous one. This one kind of reminds me of a Zone of the Enders mech, where the previous one kind of had some, it was kind of like a unique mech. Yeah, dude, look at the staggering system. Jesus. And it seems like you can just stagger them for such a long time. My goodness. Looks like someone was talking to you there. The boss fights look ridiculous, right? The boss fights look freaking awesome. Look at this. Imagine this thing just coming at you, dude, full speed. These big-ass beefy attacks. And, you know, obviously you can't just move around like super freely however you want. You just have this unlimited amount of energy and like fuel and stuff. There is a fuel bar and like an energy bar where like you really have like it kind of works just like a stamina bar, you know? So yeah, man, that was Armored Core 6. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see more on the game. I already say just from that little bit that we got, it looks super interesting. I do want to see what the HUD looks like when it's like in motion. I assume it's going to be very simplified, very sort of easy to read. It's not going to be super confusing, and you know, obviously I would think they're going to make it a little bit more streamlined, because I don't think they would be making this game just for Armored Core fans, to be honest with you. Like, obviously, you know, they've been making a lot of similar games recently, right? A lot of games where it's like you play as someone, or you create sort of your own character, right? Sekiro's kind of a little bit of an outlier in this situation, but like it's all been like human characters, right? Relatable looking characters and stuff like that, with a very sort of ambiguous story. So it's nice that they're kind of going, they're changing the pace a little bit. And again, I don't want anyone to be like, because anytime I make these type of videos, there's always a lot not angry Armored Core fans, but I'd say people who are really connected to that series. I'm not saying that this game isn't made for you guys. Clearly it is. Clearly there was people who were like, we need to bring Armored Core back, and we know our Armored Core fans would be really excited about this. But what I'm trying to say is that I think the reason that there are probably some slight gameplay changes, and there's probably some elements of the Souls games in here, as far as like how you're sort of approaching an enemy or approaching a boss, I think that has to cater to the folks who've been playing a lot of the most recent FromSoft games, because I would think FromSoft and Bandai Namco, they want those players to also try out this game as well, right? Because I don't know a lot of people who've, at least people who recently started getting into this genre of game, or really just started playing a lot more of the Souls games, you know, the Dark Souls, the Bloodborne, the Demon Souls, yada, yada, yada. I would think that a lot of them may have, or may haven't, or haven't, I should say, really played any of the Armored Core games. So to me, I think this is going to lean towards to a much more casual audience, and in an audience that have been playing a lot of the most recent FromSoft games, Elden Ring, of course, and things like that. But I think it's still going to have those elements that Armored Core fans are going to love. So I think it's going to be a nice marriage of all of those things that's going to accommodate to a lot of different types of fans of the series. Not just the series, but of the sort of the entire FromSoft package. If you will. I hope this is making sense. I'll just say this, from someone who isn't like a big Armored Core fan, I'm excited to try it out, and I think that's really exciting. And I would think other people who are big fans of the FromSoft games are really excited about this too. But I've said a lot. I hope a lot of it makes sense. Please let me know what you think about the gameplay footage. Are you excited about Armored Core 6? If you're someone who is an Armored Core fan, does this excite you? Are you a little bit worried? Do you feel like them making some different and maybe slight changes to how you sort of navigate the combat and stuff like that? Does that worry you? Are you excited about it? And from people who are, I would say, are more Souls-like fans, and, you know, fans who are maybe, who've played Elden Ring and the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne, does this game excite you? Are you excited about it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to talk a little bit more about it with you guys, just to see how you guys are feeling and how this game is making you feel. But anyways, y'all, again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, and if you've been enjoying this content, please don't forget to subscribe. My name is C4Sages, and I'll see y'all next time.